pretty cool. WNBC. What's up? I'm unmuted. We're good? What's up, guys? Today is Thursday, July 25th. Haha, I had to check it. Dispositions Thursday here in the house. Coming at you live, so always smash the like button, drop a comment, let me know your questions, let me know what you got going on. Today is Dispositions. I'm going to be going deep into underwriting. I want to pretty much show you how to look at deals, right? What's going to actually sell, who's going to buy them, a hard money lender, what they're going to come down and put on that, right? So if you're going to be buying it, what loans, what terms you're going to be looking at. Same thing, what your end buyer is going to be looking at in these terms. You have to think about it that way too. Real quick, tomorrow, Free Call Friday. It's going to be a great call in our Discord. It's not going to be live. It's not going to be on Facebook. It's not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be in our Discord. So in the description down below, join the community. It's free. Okay, there's absolutely no reason for you guys not to be there, interacting with us, interacting with each other, getting your deals reviewed, making sure that you're actually buying right, make sure that you know how to close everything. This is where to be. So hop in the Discord, come on out. August 15th. It's coming up real soon, guys. The third Thursday of the month in our office. Our next open office event is August 15th. Big shout out to our sponsors for that event. I got Kelly Smith at Easy Street. If you need a hard money lender, go to Kelly, right? They are private money. They are not institutional money. They are going to understand what a good deal and what is not a good deal is. And listen, you want that. You want a hard money lender on your side, especially in today's market, okay? Especially with everything going on. You want to make sure that that deal is vetted by professionals. Kelly Smith, go and see her. Teresa Myers with Mutual Title. Anybody in Texas, if you need a title company, get with Mutual Title. Teresa is the best. I cannot stress this enough. Anybody in DFW, if they've been doing deals, they know Teresa. Okay, she's been in the business a long time. She knows how to get deals closed. She knows how to protect your ass from buying a bad deal. Okay, so if there's things on the underwriting side that you missed, maybe there's liens, maybe that there's forbearances against it. I don't fucking know. I'm not entitled. Reach out to her. She's the professional. Tommy, I'm sorry. It was 7 minutes and 30 seconds before I cursed. I'm trying. I'm trying to get to 10 minutes, guys. I apologize. Brittany Kosiv with BK Realty. If you're trying to sell a house and you need an agent, reach out to Brittany. Her team is fabulous. They're absolutely crushing it. They are all through the state. Reach out to them. And then finally, Kristen Gers with Capricorn Mortgage. Make sure I spelled that right. Capricorn Mortgage. Listen, any of you guys out there doing creative financing, get with Kristen. She buys notes. She sells notes. She's an amazing investor, right? If anybody's dealing with these sub-twos, dealing with notes and wraps and everything, get with her, okay? She'll buy them. She's buying a lot right now. It's a great market for her, so reach out to her. I'm out of breath. Next week, I got a great call coming up. I don't have the time set up, so once I have that figured out, I will make sure that I have it all distributed. Tuesday, I'm not going to be doing a call because I'm actually going to be walking like 50 acres north of us, and we're going to be doing a lot of filming, so there won't be a live call that day, but if you're in the Discord, there's going to be an interaction. So stick around. Let's get into today. One thing I want to touch on just before I get into what we have planned is I want to make sure you guys understand what a hard money lender can and can't do, okay? So I get pitched all the time, you know, are these good terms? Is that good terms? What do you think about this rate? What do you think about that rate? I just want you to know you need to vet your lender, okay? Even if it's a private money lender, find out what other deals he's done in the past. If it's an entity, do an entity search and see if he has anything, right? Other properties, do a little bit of homework, okay? When a loan seems too good to be true, why? Why is that? All right, start peeling back the onion. Listen, lenders can be snakes. I just want you to, fair warning to that. There's a lot of lenders out there that are potential snakes. Why are you twitching over there? Okay, scared me. It's possible to run into a lender that's in a lend-to-own situation, right? That they're not going to go out there, they're not going to find their own deals, they'll let you get in over your head. But listen, in the lending world, it's not French. There is no we, okay? Hashtag Jack Hodge. There is no French in the lending world, all right? Meaning, no matter what, that lender is going to get his payments and or foreclose on you, okay? He's lending against a hard asset. That is why it's called a hard money loan. They're not hard. The loan is tied to a hard asset, okay? During COVID, in the beginning of COVID, we saw a lot of institutional hard money lenders, right? In the beginning of 2019, 2020, they were everywhere. Holy shit, every Tom, Dick, and Harry was out there pitching hard money. The beginning of COVID, nobody knew what was actually going to happen, okay? Kelly Smith never stopped lending. I just want to shout out to her. I love her so much because she's a boss. Easy Street Capital didn't stop lending, okay? There were a lot other institutional lenders that stopped lending. Not only did they stop lending, they stopped dispersing funds, okay? They stopped dispersing repair draws. They just said, hey, we don't know what's going on, and they clammed up. It is their right, it is their duty, in a sense, right, to protect themselves. All that is in the documents that you sign, okay? The note, the deed of trust, all of that has a holdback of funds drawn out in it, okay? So make sure you guys are reading your actual documents. All of it says what they can and can't do. If they're going to disperse funds, what is required from you as a borrower to provide in order for you to get your money back. Okay, so when you analyze a deal and you say, hey, listen, my hard money lender is going to fund 100% of this rehab, that's great. They're going to put in 100 grand in earnest money. No, not earnest money. No. I can't think of that bank term where money's held in a escrow. Thank you, Thomas. The money, hard money lender, right? Let's say it's 100 grand in repair draws, right? That 100 grand is going to be held in an escrow somewhere potentially. What do you have to do to actually get access to it, right? Do you have to do 50% of the work? Spend 50 to get 50 back, and then all of this is laid out, right, in terms of the documents. So make sure you understand what you're actually getting to, all right? That was my quick little rant on hard money lending before I got into today on the dispositions underwriting. If anybody out there has a deal that they want me to review, drop it in the comments. That's what today's for. We can underwrite them, I'll pull them up, I'll run comps on them, and I'll actually say, hey, this looks like a shit deal and not a shit deal. So, there's one that I can actually get into. I'm trying to think how I want to do this because I'm not trying to blow anybody up, and it's not about that, but it's just warning people, right? So let me do this. Let me share. This is a property that's currently listed, okay? Somebody has it under contract for less, which is awesome. I don't see the numbers making sense in this, okay? So the 332, the number that's being pitched right now, if I remember correctly, where's my numbers, are 435. 435 to 450 as an ARV, okay? When you start peeling back the onion and you start underwriting a little, the numbers don't really make sense. Starting right out, even if I was just to use nothing, I'm not going to go and underwrite this deal, right? Let's just say I'm going to pencil it. And this is what I would do on penciling it. I would literally fill it into a calculator or put it on a calculator on your phone, back of the paper, math, whatever. But you got to pencil it, right? So I'm going to use their numbers, right? They're calling it 435. Sorry, let me zoom in here a little so I can actually see from a distance. So ARV is 435. Let me know if you guys can read this, by the way, or if it's too small. I can maximize it a little bit more. Yeah, this makes sense. So 435, 60K in repairs is what's being pitched. It's saying that it just needs paint, needs new countertops, just a simple lift. It does have roots going into the plumbing in the yard, so the yard plumbing has to get refixed, yada, yada, yada. It's supposed to be a nice lipstick job. Even at $295, which is the current asking price of the wholesaler, it's an 81% deal, okay? The person I was talking to, okay, they're saying, hey, listen, well, this looks like a really nice, easy, in and out, less than 90-day rehab, okay? You're only spending 60 grand. It's not, listen, that's not the problem, okay? The problem is the overall price, right? Overall, days on market are lengthening right now. Everybody knows that. Even if you're in a market that is standard, okay, it's going to get a little bit more hesitant. People are unsure of what's going on in the world. I don't care if you're in Las Vegas. I don't care if you're in the middle of Manhattan. I don't care if you're in the middle of DFW. Markets are changing right now, okay? Every market is different. Always hedge your bets to the safe side. Meaning, if all goes right, I stand to make 55 grand on this deal. If every star aligns in the world, I'm going to make 55 grand on this deal. Great. And that is what people are looking at. This is what you have to look at. I have the chance to spend all right. Trying to think where I want to go with this. The lender in this case, right, we were talking to, was willing to do the full deal, do the full 100% financing. They were going to lend 350. Okay, so I forget how to do the math where I have my. Nope. I'm trying to see how I can show you exactly what the cash to close would be. But even still, it would be 18, let's just say. Because if he's going to fund 100%, you're still having cash to close. Okay? So let's say they're funding 100%. So you don't have to bring 50 grand as the down payment because a typical hard money lender is going to be 70%. Let's say this hard money lender is willing to fund you all the way up. Oh, I got a great deal. They're going to fund me all the way up. Awesome. Okay. You're still going to have to pay almost 20 grand just to get the keys. Okay. This is going to be your taxes, your title, your insurance, your lender's origination fees. Oh, he's going to roll this into the backside. He's going to roll this into the loan. Holy shit. Now you're at 81 plus 18. Now you're all into it for 85%. Okay? It doesn't take much for the market to change, and now you're not selling at 100. You're selling at 95, 90%. And this is where people die because they just spent 18 grand to potentially make 11. I don't know your ROIs, but that's not a good one. I just spent potentially 20 grand plus holding cost, okay? If days on market lengthen up, what happens? You still have to spend holding costs throughout, and this is where you really start hurting, okay? You just spent 20 grand plus another additional 15 in holding cost over the course of 6 months, and you lost You had to pay money to sell that house. We're seeing that in the market right now. We're seeing deals that are deals that people had the same conversation 6 months ago and they didn't understand the numbers. Now they're in it. Now they're trying to get out of it. Now they're trying to refinance at 8%. They can't. They're trying to squeeze whatever profit is left in this deal. There is none. They have to walk away from it. I'm seeing it every day. There's blood in the streets. I keep hearing that one. It's because people don't know how to actually structure a deal. Going back to this one, okay? Where does this one really get fucked? If we pull up comps for it, and we just go in the next neighborhood over, we're seeing, I think it was this one. Is it bald? Hold on, stand with me. I have the property addresses. Thicket and Toyota. Where's Thicket? Where's Thicket? Where's Thicket? Josh, I see you. Give me a second here and I'll get back. The problem with this is I don't even think this is the actual house. No, it's Barkwood. Either way, I'm not going to worry about pulling them up. The problem is that there were just two houses in the same neighborhood pretty much that are listed for under $235. They've been on the market for 75 days. They've already have, oh, it's right here actually, Thicket, yeah. This one is at original list price was $435. It's now at $419.9. It's right here. It's bigger than ours. If it's bigger than ours, and it's pretty, it's a nice house, don't get me wrong. If this is bigger than ours, it's not selling currently, it's on the market, what does that put our number? Oh, well, it's definitely not $435. Let's start having fun. What? Now we're at, shit, it's closer to $400, but let's just say $410. Oh, shit, I had an extra zero. Right? Now, holy shit, at 95%, if I do a 5% price cut, I'm at 10 grand profit. Anything past perfection and you are losing money, okay? And this is what happens to deals, guys. Your ARV doesn't hit. Your days on market have to come down, lengthen. Okay? Now I literally pay 20 grand to get out of this deal. But it was a quick rehab, it was a light rehab, so it checks off some boxes. Okay? My point of this, okay, and it's not to berate anybody, it's not to talk bad about agents or wholesalers, right? I don't know anybody I don't know the people involved in this deal, okay? But this is how people have to analyze deals, right? I don't know what the pains are for the owners. I don't know anything about it. Yeah. What's the fix? Josh is asking. What's the fix? In this one, it goes back to the acquisition side, okay? I'm going to say right now, the fix is the wholesalers can't be buying deals that are on market. One, there's a realtor involved in this too, okay? So all in here somewhere, a realtor has to get paid as well. It's part of the wholesale agreement. If I'm looking at the wholesaler, all right, in this size, I'm now paying a realtor, and I have to find a buyer that is willing to do this, okay? So we're going to talk about avatars, and we're going to talk about buyer avatars. Who's going to buy this deal, right? You kind of got to segue backward into that. If you really wanted to push this one to an 85%, man, I'm going to have to find a cash buyer. I'm going to have to find somebody that's going to buy that house and stay in it. That is going to be an end buyer, okay? The only person that's going to buy this shit box at this bad deal is somebody that's got a family, wife, and kids. And unfortunately, that deal is already listed, meaning that buyer avatar is already saying, no, it's not for me. Okay? So right off the bat, you got to solve different problems. If this is the wholesaler, he's not having the lengthy conversations with the owner. Okay? He's probably doing more with the agent. He's not actually having the longer, harder conversations, finding out what the seller actually needs. I know they tried to do a price adjustment and it got squashed right away. Goes into it. With that being said, the agent supposedly has a lot of people lining up to buy it once the option period ends. So hopefully that that deal gets saved somehow. You know, just for the seller, honest to God. One of my favorite things to do is just go through my emails. Oh shit, I didn't realize I was actually pulling them up. But fuck it, I can go through my emails, I don't care. You guys will see literally how, all right, the only thing I can't pull up on my emails is my LeadZolo leads because you fucks take them and run with them, apparently. There's one in Texas. One of my favorite things to do is I'll just literally, let me, where's my pen? Take deals and throw them in. So, looking at this deal, it's a 170 purchase, 275 ARV. It's a 1369 square feet. That's the address, Weatherford 76. First thing I do is I throw it in. I pencil it, okay? They're calling it a 275. They're calling it a 170. I don't think they gave repair budget, right? But they did. They were nice enough to give us the square footage. It is not the White House. Only 1369. 1369 is gonna give me an estimated repair of 82,000 if it's a full gut job. $70,000. Let's call it 70,000. Why go further? $40,000. Can I get this deal done? $40,000. All right, let's go into it. The hell is my? I lost my emails. I'm already telling you no. God. Bro, those broken? Fuck you. I'm just gonna say that right away. You can't have the front of your house looking like a bag of ass and trying to say, oh, it only needs fucking 30K, 40K. Holy fuck. This is gonna be a full gut job. It's lovely enough. Fucking jungle. I'm buying a jungle? Bro, the deck. Did they mention the deck in the email? No. I read another one somewhere and it mentioned the deck. I thought it was this one. I was going to lose it if it was. Bro.
It's cold.
Yeah, it blows cold. Just needs a slight recharge. Who is the avatar for this? Who's buying this house? A flipper, right? A homeowner that's going to be okay moving in and living in squalor while they fix it up. Okay? Is a bank going to finance this to an end buyer? Who is that end buyer getting financing from? These are things I'm asking myself right now, right? Good Lord. How does a wall get that dirty? You think they roll out and touch it every day? Or, like, what are they doing? Absolutely useless videos.
Yesterday I was a teenager.
How old are you?
34 now.
Hey man, I'm 35.
Hey, man.
Life flies when you got responsibility.
Building rapport with them. I understand it. Life flies, man. Oh, I thought it was a kid. It's a dog.
Sorry, the house is a mess, dude.
Sorry that.
Sorry, the house is a mess, dude.
It's all right. I never noticed it. I've seen much worse. There's always the response.
Okay, I'm done in there.
I'll let you out just a minute.
So I go back now to the now that I've penciled it and I said, all right, in order for me to even entertain this, right? Let's say, all right, it's 75% deal. I'm not going to be picky. I'm going to be 75% deal. See if I can really squeeze it and do a wholesale or something like that, a nice clean out. No, there's no fucking $40,000 repair budget in what we just saw. It's going to be a full gut job. Full gut job. 82,140. My max allowable offer on this is 110. That makes this a good deal. Okay? So, from the eyes of a flipper, because that's who's buying this house, or, no, fuck it. A flipper's buying that house. Okay? An investor is gonna buy that house. Yeah, I was gonna say bandit blind sire, but I don't know the.
Just don't mention the demographic.
Yeah.
Owner finance buyer.
Owner finance buyer might buy that house. Let me just go back to that.
Let's go D.
Not at those numbers. D coming in with 105. Now we're talking. Max allowable offer is 110. You are not starting there. And D has the nail on the head, right? Under, start low. With that being said, this is how I would literally send it back to this guy and say, this is what I'm seeing. Show me where it makes sense to you. All right, have a full conversation with them. I got nothing else to add to that one. Oh, man. What else we want to look at? What else we want to do? Oh, fuck. I did it. I do like when people blast out deals like this because it allows me to pencil them real quick. Okay? So if anybody is using our calculator, if you need the calculator, it's in the toolkit down below. Just click on it, download it. Calculator's there. It's the same one that I'm using right now. All the information's here that I need, okay? The square footage. Square footage is going to give me an estimated repair budget, okay? ARV, it's got their asking price. So right there, I can do asking price. My purchase price is their asking price, obviously. Repair budget and ARV. Everything else is later on. If it doesn't make sense right off the board, how do I can make it better, right? Let me start deep diving into this a little. If something is within tolerance that it's worth me looking into more, then I definitely will. I always like when email blast comes out like this, just so you can pencil them real quick, all right? Segue a little. I wrote up some questions to ask myself to try to give you guys key points, but when you're underwriting deals, right? What are some key factors that you look at? If you're going to pull up the property, you always pull up the location, what's around it, and what's affecting it, okay? What has influence on that property? Is it on a main street? Is it in a subdivision that I'm actually taking comps from? Or am I pulling comps from across the street that's 3 streets over, right? Or some bullshit like that. Is it in a flood zone? That should be one of the first things you check, okay? Is this property in a flood zone? Because I'm gonna have to pay an arm and a leg for flood insurance. If I'm not paying an arm and a leg on it, okay, because I'm just gonna wholesale it, you have to still understand that your end buyer has to deal with those issues, okay? How do I get deals through? By making sure I'm putting out good deals. That means not having surprises come up on me, all right? Making sure you know the ins and outs of it. When you analyze a deal for disposition, you have to start at step 1 and start underwriting it from step 1, meaning pull it up on tax, pull it up on CAD, okay? Find out if it's in a flood zone. Find out if it's owned by somebody that's living there, okay? If it has tax exemptions on it. Do you know how many deals I see right now coming across Facebook that are an amazing sub 2 opportunity, but the taxes and insurance are all homeowners exemptions, and they're really fucking low? Guess what? The first year that new buyer is in there, the taxes are gonna double. Everything's gonna adjust because more than likely you're not gonna protest them because you forget to, or somebody forgets to. That end buyer doesn't do it. Guess what? PITI literally doubles. Taxes go up, insurance goes up, and your deal falls apart in your face. How do you accurately estimate cost of repairs? That's a good one. Does anybody in the comments have a good tactic for estimating cost of repair? I'm going to go back to this one. Okay? And this is what I do. This is what we do. Okay? I pull up. I don't even know where this deal was. Fuck, I got to stop opening my email. I'm going to get in trouble, I swear. What was the square footage of this one? $13.69. So I don't have to look it up. So you got 1,369 square feet, okay? Price per square foot is a good ballpark. Let me start there, okay? Price per square foot is a good ballpark. When you do price per square foot, make sure you're using a hefty price. You're not doing $20 a square foot. You're not doing $10 a square foot. For the record, the estimated square foot on ours, I'm doing 60, 50, and 30. If it's lipstick, if I'm doing lipstick, carpet, painting, not even a full paint job, mind you, I'm just doing touch-ups. If it's a full paint job, do you realize how much money that can potentially cost? For a full prep job and everything? You can spend 30 grand on painting alone. So I love when people say it just needs paint and carpet. But let's say on this deal, it's 1,369 square feet, correct? Correct. 1,369 square feet, cosmetics only. If this thing only needed to go in there, Febreze it and put new locks on it, that's still gonna cost me damn near 40 grand in repair work, okay? Where does that number come from? I'll walk through it in a minute. If it's a full gut job, which this one is, it's gonna be closer to 85, okay? 85,000, how do you put $85,000 into a 1,400 square foot house? Really quickly, and it goes right down here, okay? We can walk through it. Fuck it, I'm not gonna do that. But we can sit here and itemize things and guesstimate on everything, okay? Right out of the bat, I open up photos, bam, windows trashed. You know it doesn't have working AC because it has window units, okay? It needs to get painted. It's gonna need new roof. It's gonna need gutters. You can see gutters over here, all right? So you could just start tallying things up, okay? We have, next time you guys are in our office, ask me for our appointment setting sheet, and I'll give you, we have pamphlets with different questions on it, and on the back is a repair budget that you can walk through, and as you're asking them questions, getting details, finding out different pain points, and timelines of everything, you can literally turn the sheet over and start filling it out. How many windows do they have? And start counting them. All right, windows, they got 15 windows, times that by 400. Guess what? Now you have a window budget. D says, I usually go 20 to 30 for light moderate, 30 to 50 for moderate, 50 to 100 for heavy rehab. But I like to break it down better if I can. Absolutely. My problem with these, when you start doing just flat adjustments, is they don't scale, right? So $100,000 rehab, I can put 100 grand into this little tiny shit box. I can also put 100 grand into a 3,500 square foot house and it look decent, right? So that's my only thing. Yeah. Let's keep going. So right off the bat, windows. Needs new windows, needs roof, needs gutter, and it needs grass. Okay? Next, it needs landscaping. Landscaping costs a lot. It needs front curb appeal, okay? Now, do you spend a fortune on that? No, but it's still gonna cost you a couple grand. These things add up. You know it's gonna need a full new HVAC, okay? A whole new unit. Interior units probably shot as well. So, what? 7 grand, 8 grand for a whole new unit? Go up to 10 just around, rip out everything in the backyard, take this death of a, well, no, I skipped over it. Where was this one? I think it was. Show me the house. Like, guys, take photos of the backyard looking at the house. What? Like, he saw his fat friend and got scared. There it is. So all of this has got to get ripped out for the most part. I don't know if there's a step down, because I'm sure all this is rotted. Another thing that I'm smacking them on the ass for is they didn't take any photos of the electrical. Okay? When you're doing dispositions, always get a photo of the panel. I'm trying to stop right here and see. I want to see the mast and the meter. But you can look at all this deck. All of this is shot. And it needs probably, what is it, like a one step down? Right here, 1, 2. So rip all of this out and just add a nice little step down. I bet you it's probably there underneath the deck, but none of that is adding value. Then you start getting into the house, right? Like everything was bad, and then we entered the fucking death hole. This is the backyard entrance, so you have a laundry room. First off, people, I can't stress this enough. When you, I gotta breathe, bring my blood pressure down. When you take photos of a house to Dispo, when you post them, when you do everything, make sure that fucking photo series tells a story, okay? Meaning that, all right, I'm taking a look at this photo, the next photo, I feel like I'm in the next room, right? I just took, they just walked us around the outside and then through the back door. Why? Why am I coming in the back door? Now, like, literally, as I'm going right, now I'm in the back door. Oh, I guess this is the way that you entered it. I don't care. At the very end of your conversation, don't do photos during your conversation. Listen 100% to the seller. Find out what actually is going on. Go through and, oh man, all right. All right, and then at the very end, be like, okay, do you mind if I take 5-10 minutes and just do photos and a walkthrough just for document? Then do it. Then start from outside. Left, right, show the neighborhood. Walk up to the house, from the front door. Take a photo from the front door to the street even, right? Give the buyers every opportunity to buy this thing without going to look at it. This is just sales 101, people. Is that a cat? Yeah. Kitty! Oh, I can already smell the house now. Turn on lights if possible. All right, I don't want to go and assume that this guy had power, but a TV's on over here. This light might not work, but obviously work with what you can. Turn on the flash. Again, we're coming in from the back. Now I'm looking at the front door. Oh, that's the front door. Does nothing. What am I looking at here? Clean out. This all has to get redone, in a sense, right? It doesn't have to get reworked. I'm not spending money on fixing it, but windows have to go in. All new paint, all new texture. The floors all have to get redone. The attic space probably going to have to get reblown after we put in the new unit. All these things are coming in. These cabinets. One of two things is going to happen. You're either going to rip these out and put all new Chinese cabinets in for a buck, or you're going to resurface them. Meaning, if these are hardwood, I don't know if they are, you can get away with saving the cabinets and just replacing the doors, okay, and refinishing them. But one way or another, all of this has to get redone. All of this, I can't zoom, it's a video. Why? What?
I forgot to switch the setting over.
They just wanted you to see that the fan works. We have ventilation, guys. I hate, and this goes to being lazy. That's all this is. Why post that video? You were just putting it in there. Just, no, you're pissing people off, people. Yeah, is that a piss pad?
Stop bleeding left. Kamala.
Sorry. That's a piss pad. That's a piss pad, which means you don't know if these floors are sturdy or not. It's not concrete. It's not ripping out carpet, right? Full bathroom gut job, $8,000, $10,000. Same thing, we're running through. All of this got to get ripped out, new fans. Hopefully you don't need new electrical. Your HVAC, we already said, is getting full gut jobbed, right? Like, bro.
You didn't see her earlier?
No, I didn't see her. The camera's in my way, Tommy. When you said feet, I thought you were talking about the dog. She literally was like, hold up. Hold up, I'll just hide right here. Oh my God.
I know that blanket. It's like 2 blankets.
Yeah, it's 2 blankets that my niece made me. They cut it and tie it. Yeah. Why is that wall so dirty?
They turned the bed. The bed used to be up against that wall bed.
They have a headboard though. Unless their feet were again, those nasty feet might have been against it. Oh, good Lord. I didn't see that, Josh. Josh, that's great. Thank you for pointing that out again. Oh my God, the things we see. Bro, you didn't see that lady? You just said feet?
I said feet.
Oh, I thought, oh, okay, you did. All right. Oh, that was it. Oh, that's hysterical. I thought you were talking about those toes. Oh, man. I thought that was smoke. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was, no, just trash. So.
I mean, talk about clean out on a place like that.
Yeah, clean out alone, okay? On this. Your negotiation with them is, hey, you just walk away, right? I'll take what you want, and still, this clean out is probably gonna cost $5,000. Yeah, you can get it cheaper. Don't get me wrong. Some asshole out there is like, $5,000 is way too much. I'd do it for $2,000. I wouldn't pay anybody over $35,000. Or somebody's gonna hit me with that. And you know the thing that pisses me off? In this giant overpaid spreadsheet of you paying $80,000, the clean out cost of whatever doesn't fucking matter, right? $2,000 isn't making or breaking this deal. What was the original price? 170? Right? So if I go, oh, yeah, you can get a clean out a little bit cheaper. Great. Great. Oh, your hard money lender is not going to be at 2 to 3 points. They're only going to do it for a point. Great. You just saved $3,400. So let's lower it again, right? Like, now you're at 70,000 just to be conservative and say, yeah, great job. It's still a shit deal. It doesn't make sense. So why is he pushing it out at this? I guarantee you he's probably only got it at 150, and even 150 wasn't a good price. People don't understand. If he has it at 110 and he's pushing it all the way up there, I really think he's an asshole. But good for him. But that means that people will have room to go back and make offers at 115 and say, great, I'll buy it at 122, 500. Yeah, you can make 10 grand on it, but not making 80 off of my ass, losing money. What's my next ranting topic? What methods do you use to determine after repair value? This is a good one. What you got, Tommy?
I had another one about balloons that I don't want to forget, but like.
What's your question on balloons?
Just we'll add it at the end. Dude.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think of a property that I can comp.
Yeah, I just need to remember the topic, and then I'll be able to tell you the actual question.
Yeah. Let me pull up a property to actually comp and show you. Give me a second here, guys. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for following along. If anybody has any questions, anybody needs actual specific help, drop it in the comments and or jump in the Discord. I can't believe people aren't taking full heart. I mean, they are, but the fact that I have to tell people multiple times to get in there is shocking to me, because we're giving out lists, we're giving out numbers, we're telling people what to do, we're telling people how not to lose their ass. It's really a great place. Text. All right, I had one earlier that we were picking on and it worked out, so I'm not gonna change it. Let's say I'm looking at this deal. I'm looking at this deal again, and even though it's listed, I'm still gonna analyze it, all right? The first thing I do is I always go and take a street look at it. I want to get an overall sense of what the property neighborhood looks like, okay? And this is just my own, I've been doing this since I was a lender, okay? People would send me deals. Hey, Nick, I got 123 Main Street. I got it under assignment. These are numbers. Well, you know, send me a hard money loan estimate. And the first thing I do is I go to Google Street, because a lender cares where his money is, okay? Nobody's gonna invest 100% loan to value if it's in a shit crackhead neighborhood, right? Like, they wanna make sure that their investment is safe. That's the way that everybody looks at things, from a lender to investor to fucking wholesaler, gator, everybody, whatever the hell you want to be. You always want to make sure that you're safe, your investment, okay? So, street view, looking around, nice, beautiful McKinney neighborhood with the dumbass car in front of it. Typical.
It looks like a.
I think it was a Yaris, right?
It looks fake. It was a Soul, King Soul.
The next thing I do, okay, is I pull the okay. We go to MLS. If you don't have access to MLS, you use the best paid resource you have. If you don't have a paid resource, i.e. DealMachine, PropStream, if you're not paying for any data sources, go to the free market. You can do the same thing, okay? Everybody goes here. Shit, I'm not going to be able to use Zillow, I don't think, because it's listed. It's not going to give a Zestimate.
Yeah.
But I can fucking...
They give you an estimate in the bottom. They give you a range in the bottom. And the dudes you were looking at yesterday, his was listed outside of the range that they had at the bottom of Zillow. So there you go. Above.
So I'm just pulling up a different street that's not listed. All right, that's what I wanted to do. Everybody goes here and takes this number. Let me step back. Everybody takes the automated number given to them. That is not the way to get it, okay? Meaning, even if you had MLS access, even if you're paying for DealMachine or PropStream or any other data source, they enter in the property address and they let it spit out a number to you. That is not how you get an actual ARV. That's how you get a random estimated, guess. If you want an accurate ARV, you have to deep dive into it. Okay, so yeah, it's calling this a 427. I don't know. Well, let's go down here, and this is just using Zillow. Okay, zoom out on the map and see what else sold around it. Okay, and now you can start. All right, well, if this is 427, this one. I don't know, is this a like for like? I don't think so. Definitely not, right? So it's definitely, all right, next. Now I'm kind of playing games here, right? Like using a fake deal. That's how you find the ARV. It's never put in a paid resource and it's going to spit out an AVM, right? Automated
Value.
method? Metric? I forget the AVM, but anyway, I digress. I'm using MLS. We always stress, try to get realtor access, okay? I'm not telling you to go and be an agent, but make friends with an agent, okay? It always has the most accurate information.
Automated valuation model.
There it is, automated valuation model. That's what these are. That's what a Zestimate is. That's what a Redfin is. That all they are AI algorithms in a sense, right? It's based on this neighborhood and the square footage. This is what I think it is. Problem with that is it's not taking like for like comps. It's not taking days on market into consideration. It's not taking the actual nuances of the property into consideration.
Check if you're not AI.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do that to get your ARV.
Like a CAPTCHA. Yeah. There is no CAPTCHA, guys, in Zillow. So think of it that way. If Tommy makes a good point. If you're filling out a form and a form makes you prove that you're not AI just by filling out a CAPTCHA and moving over
This square looks like
a square, some bullshit. The reason being is because computers aren't smart, all right? So I pull up this property, and I did past 90 days, pending, closed, all right? I want to see what's on market, what's sold. Barkwood, originally listed for $615. It's currently listed for $600. Yada, yada, yada. I forget already what our shitbox looks like. I didn't even do that. Let's do that. Go through and actually see. All right, so we have a brick house, 2-car garage. That kind of looks like that, right? $475, 1-car garage, square foot, 24. Fully nice house. She's a brick banana house. Man, I almost spilt my coffee. I didn't look at the photos before. This is the first time I'm looking at the photos of this deal. The one that I ran numbers on earlier. I totally forgot that it had the carpet ripped out of it before they listed it. Oh, this poor realtor. Oh, good Lord. This house gotta smell. So, what? Josh, have you ever fucked around with ponds? I don't even have a pond guy, but how much does a pond take to rehab? I've done pools countless times, but never actually fucked with a pond. I understand why they're saying it's a lipstick job, okay? And it could be, don't get me wrong. But that doesn't change much. All that changes is the repair value, okay? Tom, you know what the going rate is on ponds?
On what?
Pond? Like to get, bro, I totally forgot.
There's a pond?
There's a pond in the back. Sure, that's gonna cost $1,000.
Yeah, however much it is to fill in.
Right. You rip it out. And then, bro, I totally forgot that they ripped out the carpet and it's just concrete floors. They had yeah, $1,000, $2,000 just
Still
for the
with
pond.
raised tile?
Yeah, and so all the tiles got to get popped up, removed, new floor get put down. Because you're not going to sell it with this shitty tile. That's the thing, right? So, yeah, you come in here, you paint all this, you put new carpet down. Do you keep the tile or not? Is it worth it? If you keep the tile, then you're really redoing everything in here. Not everything, but now you start pulling back and doing more work that you really need to. All right, I'm going to get off this. What was... Keep losing the numbers for this deal. 435, 419, 332, 900. 332, 900. I feel like one of my numbers are off on what I was originally told. 350. $295. That was it. $295. So this is the deal that's currently getting pitched, and it's just 81, right? Even at 244, I don't like it. Why I don't like this is because I don't trust this number, the 435, okay? The reason we don't like that number is I'm looking for a 419. There it is. Can you guys see these numbers? Yeah, you can. You see, pull up. So this current house is listed right now. It was originally listed over. Trying to see if I can fucking zoom in on this for you guys. Originally listed at 435. It's currently listed at 419. Why? Where? If it's bigger than ours, and it's currently listed or originally listed for more, and now it's dropped, where are we getting 435 for ours? So right away, that's 419. That's where this gets blown up. What was the AVM on this? I forget. Oh, we didn't have one. Fuck, right. Watch your shit in there, Tom.
Oh, that was a good one.
I forget the AVM off the top of my head. But the realtor is calling it a 450. And I'm like, where are you getting these numbers from? You're supposed to be the professional. She knows this market really well. Oh, it went under contract and then it dropped. They've been doing this for a while now. 346. Again, this is why we never mess with on-market deals. Okay, because they're already tainted. The second it goes on market, that is tainted almost. Well, it is guaranteed. Everybody's seeing it as previously listed, as previously taken down, so that end buyer somewhere, even if you went in there and gutted it and got it right back out in the next 90 days, the fact that it was listed is going to affect that resale. I don't care what you say. Somebody's going to look at that and say, Nobody's going to like getting made money off of, okay? Nobody's going to look at that and see that you purchased it for whatever, 300, and that now, 3 months later, you're selling it for $150,000 more. I don't care how much work you get into it. It's going to taint it. I'm not saying it's going to stop it. It's not going to say you can't get it done. It's going to make your life a hell of a lot easier. Harder. It's going to make your life a lot harder. Why? Why work for those? Why work so fucking hard for that? Doesn't make sense to me. What time are we at? We're an hour and 15? I don't know. Does anybody have anything else they want to chat about? Anything they want me to get lost in? I have plenty of other questions that I can answer and do all that, but I don't know if anybody wants me to segue into something specific. Drop it in the comments, let me know. I've talked a lot. I've done a lot of rambling this entire time. I've touched on different things, right? Buyer avatar, why it's important, knowing who's going to actually close on the deal at the end, who's going to be able to get financing for that deal, all right? When you're walking a property, that's the first question you need to be asking yourself. Who is going to be the end buyer for this, all right? Who is going to bring cash to close for this? Who's going to best make money, all right? Who's this deal going to fit best to? You always do that on the front side when you're acquiring the buyer, right? When you're acquiring the property, your deal analysis always starts on the front side. Can't stress that enough. But when you're now analyzing deals for Dispo, your underwriting starts same place, step one, right? Pulling up comps, doing deep dive analysis on the repairs that's estimated to be needed, right? Make sure you're actually getting photos that are worth it. Jesus Christ. Don't send out 2-second videos that show nothing. Tommy asking about balloon payments, right? So there's lots of balloon payments going on offers. Is there an okay amount for that balloon payment to be, or are balloons an automatic showstopper? Yes and no. Every loan has a balloon on it. It's just a term, okay? Now, with that being said, that is very broad, and I know I'm going to get chewed up because it's not really true. A term isn't a balloon. You can have a 30-year term with a 5-year balloon, okay? Meaning that you're amortized over 30 years, so your payments are less, which is why people like them, right? They can cash flow more. But if you have a 12-month balloon and you did a $350,000 loan, guess what? You have 12 months to pay that bitch off because it's coming due, all right? Make sure you're not doing anything short-term. If you have a 6-month term, even on a hard money loan, go find a different lender. I don't care who your lender is, do not do a 6-month term. It's not worth it. Oh, but such and such is great. I don't care. They're going to bang you on extension fees. Shit's going to come up. 6 months is not enough time. You stub your toe, and you will be in a deal for 8 months without even batting an eye, okay? Time moves quickly. Balloons in general aren't a no-go or a stopper. They're actually, if you're using them on the acquisition side, they're a great negotiation tool, right? Hey, Mr. Seller, why don't we put a second on this? You know, you do X, Y, Z, but I'm going to put a 2-year balloon on it. This way, no matter what, you're paid back, right? You're going to take this big bulk of it. So balloons are just a way to enforce timelines. It's not going to make or break deals. All right, back. It is absolutely going to make or break deals if there's shit. So make sure you're not doing anything under a year. Make sure you're doing shit that actually makes sense. If you're writing rates, okay? If you're trying to get into deals right now and saying, hey, listen, I think this deal will make sense in 2 to 3 years, and I'm going to play the appreciation game. I'm gonna buy it now, and I'm gonna wait until rates adjust, and then I'm gonna be able to be safe. I'm gonna tell you right now that is probably dangerous. It absolutely is, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Everybody did that in 2019 with 5-year arms on them. Guess what happened? It's been almost 5 years now. All of those loans are coming due. All of those loans had 5-year balloons, 5-year adjustments. They're not always balloons. An adjustment isn't a balloon, but an adjustment is going to hurt as hell when you're barely cash flowing on a deal. And then 5 years later, rates start adjusting on you. Now rates go to the market rate, which is 7-8%. You were into it all in at 5%. So if you're barely cash flowing at 5%, what happens when that rate almost doubles on you? Things to understand when you're underwriting your deals. Anybody have anything else they want to touch base on? If not, that's all I got for the most part. I think today was a great call. Again, tomorrow in the Discord, 1 o'clock is our free Friday call. We hop in there and it's literally roundtable. Everybody talks, everybody finds out what's working, what's not. Everybody gets motivation. If you need a list, I'll pull it for you. Data's there. Listen, guys, this is like fishing. I had this analogy last night. Real estate is just like fishing. You can either be dropping your line in the right spot or you're not dropping it enough. But one way or another, you're not going to catch shit if your line isn't in the water. Okay? I can't stress this. So do the work. It's not hard work. Pick up the phone. Call as many times as you can. Don't beat yourself up if you can't make your metrics. If you're aiming to hit 50 calls and you're only able to get out 25, that's fine. Put in the work though. Okay? Try to make your numbers. Make sure that the calls that you're making, you're having good conversations on them when possible, all right? Lengthen them out. Follow up with the people that you're having good conversations with, okay? Build those lists, enrich them. That's all I got. August 15th, open house in our office. If anybody needs anything, drop a comment, let us know. Hop in the Discord. See you guys soon. See you guys tomorrow. Keep crushing it. Peace.